So our next presentation will be Professor Sharman Hartel from Monash University School of Management and Associate Professor Anna Krasminska from Macquarie University's Department of Management. They'll pop on their screen now, and Sharman and Anna are here to share the results of the first large-scale global quantitative study in the area of autism employment.
So this was a big undertaking with the global reach, and we did this because we know that there is a lot of research out there, and a lot of it has been qualitative in nature. So looking at single organizations, smaller cases, and so we really wanted to see what's the more global findings that we can draw from asking the leading employers in this space about sort of their best practices, challenges, and learnings from employing autistic people. We traditionally think of, the recruitment practices and organizations that have been leading in this space is that the traditional, job interview is actually not very suitable for autistic employees or candidates. And what we actually found is that in our sample, this was actually rated as the most helpful recruitment practices in the organizations for both female and male employees. And there is other important practices that organizations, employers can put into place, such as offering trials and tasks to be done on the job, and also communicating that the job is designed for autistic people. I think one takeaway for this for the employers is that actually interviews are fine if they're done well, but it might also be actually a good idea to give individuals a bit of a choice of what kind of recruitment practice they think would be most suitable for them, because there might not be the one size fits all recruitment practice. Going to the full-time employment and workplace satisfaction is that I think there is also a perception out there that autistic employees may not be able to or enjoy full-time work. And our study clearly shows that actually they do. Full-time employed autistic workers are actually more satisfied with the work environment features and with generally organizational practices than part-time autistic workers. And they report more positive experiences of workplace inclusion than their part-time counterparts. Overwhelmingly, actually, both autistic and non-autistic employees requested and also were granted the same type of adjustments. There is also really minor differences where, for example, autistic individuals were provided more often an access to a job coach and were requesting customized job design more often than their neurotypical colleagues. But the neurotypical colleagues, on the other hand, had other requests.
All people have their individual differences. They have individuals that are on the spectrum also have other unique characteristics to them. If we looked at the difference between full-time or part-time employees, we see that the autistic employees that are full-time are more secure and satisfied than those that are part-time. When we were looking at things like caregiving roles, that autistic individuals with caregiving roles, they needed, as would be the case for their neurotypical counterparts, more support related to those caregiving activities. The other thing is that we saw that autistic employees report to be more satisfied with the work environment as well as various organizational practice and adjustments when they were female or when they were disclosed. In our sample, social enterprises were reported as having the most satisfied and secure employees, and after social enterprises, private sector businesses. And those that actually were performing more in the bottom levels were nonprofit and government education sector. So we'll end on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharman.
Thank you both. That was absolutely terrific.